Hey guys. Um, uh, I don't even know where to start today. It's been an eye-opening start to the week for me, or I guess we're past hump day, but the weeks are going by so fast. I know y'all gotta gotta feel it. It ain't just me, and I guess more so for me because I don't have to punch a regular clock, right? Days, weeks, months can go by, and I don't realize how much time has gone by. But every now and again, something happens, and time slows down, right? And I have to address. And for those that have been watching, I've been calling out Dante Fortson. Dante Fortson has been having a split personality for a while. At first, it went unnoticed to me until it didn't, and I started calling him on it. I even had conversations with him in the background instead of you know blaming women and women blaming men. Let's create an atmosphere where we work together to work on the relationships with men and women. And Dante told me that work on women because it's not men's fault. That's what he told me. And from then on, I knew that he was operating under the Adam spirit. It's that woman that you gave me. I showed y'all a video that was a little explicit the early this morning, probably, of a man and a woman. The man was sitting on a stoop, and there was a woman in front of him, and he was literally licking her butt. Her pants were down, and he was licking her butt. And another man came out and threw water on them like animals, because that's what they was acting like. And the woman was recording them. Now we got two people that are obviously polar opposites of what most people would consider human decency or right. And then you got two other people that's looking at this like, this is horrible, this is sin. And then one man, one woman, and then one man, one woman operating in sin, right? But so many people are going to look at that. So many men specifically are going to look at that and say it was that woman's fault. If she wasn't dressed like that, she could have stopped him. She didn't have to let him do that. That's what we looking at. It's always our fault. We cannot win for losing. Always. Not like there aren't righteous women out there. And I'm not saying that all women start out righteous, because golly gee willikers, it wasn't me. I had to learn. I had to bump my head up against walls and ask for forgiveness to get to where I am today. Do you hear me? And men like Dante say that I am not worthy of forgiveness and that I should just wallow in whatever bed I made for myself. I get married to a man that ain't nothing. I should have to stay with him because I have children. He cheats on me and he treats me bad. I should just stay with him, even though I realize I am in a wicked situation because I am a wicked woman. For whatever reason, I can't change my wicked ways. This goes completely against the Bible. He says everybody is allowed forgiveness and repentance and to change their life. But this learned man, and I say learned man, not spiritual man, not religious man, because he doesn't claim to be any of those things. He claims to be a researcher. He is very articulate. And he means what he says, and he says what he means, and you infer so many other different things. You catch that? He's telling you, and his split personality has merged. The Hulk is is here, because on YouTube he is that learned man, and we respect his work and we admire what he is that he does and his accomplishments. But on Facebook, he is a misogynistic man at best. Red pill really doesn't describe this, because I think for the awakened people, right? We all feel like we're red pill. We're out of the matrix. This is not that. This is most certainly not that. This man is doing an educated rant. Ladies, let me give you some background about me on this area. When I was 16 years old, I had a science teacher named, oh God, Mr. Broderick, right? And this man, every Friday, he would come. It wasn't just every Friday. He would make little jabs every day. But on Fridays, for whatever reason, he was real hype about it. And he would just degrade women all day long. Not women. He was degrading girls. He was degrading women in front of girls and boys. Women ain't this and women ain't that, and making jokes. And everybody in the class is hee hee and ha. And I'm sitting there with a look just like the one I got on my face. Like, what is this? What's wrong with this? I would turn around to my classmates and say, he's talking about you. This wasn't funny to me. And I would find myself in the principal's office every single Friday or in detention. And I would keep coming home to my father, and I kept telling him, Daddy, this man keep doing this, and the third. And my daddy wasn't paying me no attention. He didn't say nothing to me. He didn't care that I was in suspension. He didn't care about none of it. So I thought. Now, there came one Friday where I crashed out. I completely crashed out. I called Mr. Broderick everything but a child of God. Yes, I did, in front of the entire class. The same way he'd been doing all this time, right? And he recorded me doing these things. And I was sent down to the principal's office, and I was suspended for 7 days. And I went home and I told my father what happened. And my father didn't say nothing. He didn't ground me. He didn't have no ill words for me. Nothing. And then on Monday morning, he got me up out of my bed, my suspension bed. I thought I was going to be resting and relaxing. It's all good. My daddy ain't mad. I done got, this is cool. He says, get up and get dressed. I said, Dad, I ain't got to go to school today. Where are we going? Don't worry about it. Get up and get dressed. I got up and I got dressed. And for the first time in over a year and a half, my father drove me to school. I have been taking 2 Metro City buses to school every day to stay at a school I had started in before we moved, because I refused to go to a new school. I was done. Okay? He said, take me to your teacher's classroom. Now, we didn't hear so early. There are no students. I am the only student at this school. I didn't even realize the school was open this early. It's like my daddy did some research, because I didn't know teachers came to school so early in the morning. Okay? It was at least an hour before school started. All right? So we go in, and Mr. Broderick is in his classroom. It's like they planned it. And as soon as Mr. Broderick saw me and saw my father, he was like, yeah, hi, sir, how you doing? I'm glad she got a father in her life. I'm glad that you came in here to discuss about your daughter this and your daughter that, and I got her on recording. And he played the recording for my father. I called this man all kinds of F's and this, that, and the third. I sure did. And my father listened. He did not say a word. And then that tape went off. And he looked that man in his face. And he said, if you ever talk to my daughter the way you've been talking to her, I am going to come here and kick your ass. I was stunned. He said, my daughter has been coming home to me for months, telling me the things you've been saying in this classroom. I didn't think he was listening. He was listening. It was verbatim the things that came out of his mouth. And I am sitting here gasted, flabbered. This is why he never chastised me about it. It disgusted him too, but he wanted me to try to handle it before he stepped in. And once I got suspended, he realized that I was not able to do it. Now, after my daddy finished flabbering Mr. Broderick's gaskets, he went on to the principal's office and he pled my case in front of the principal and told him everything. I didn't even have to speak for myself. God is so good to your girl. Let me hear you say he good. When the principal was finished listening to my father, the principal looked over to me and said, so do you want to start back to school today, or would you like to come back tomorrow? I said, I think I'll come back tomorrow. Suspension was over. I still had to go to this man's class, but I promise you, he ain't say nothing about no women no more. That's what happens when real men step in. The things that Dante is talking about and that's coming out of his mouth are the exact things my father tried to protect me from. And for those women that don't have fathers, I'm here to tell you that real men, the men that take care of their children, the ones that love their daughters, will not allow men like Dante to interfere with their progress, their education, their mental and physical abilities. Dante is a parasite and should be treated as such. And that's just my 2 cents, guys.